Our 8-month trip throughout South America is coming to a close, so we are packing up all our stuff, and I kind of wanted to go through everything that I had in my bag because I definitely overpacked, and for the next trip I'm going to pack less. I'm going to start with going over things that I am not going to be bringing with me for my next backpacking trip. These small little laundry soaps. They might seem like they don't take up that much space, and they don't, but they just sit in my bag. Next up, I have my supplements, which I literally never took once. I thought that it would be nice if I wanted to stay healthy, but I'm just not a supplements girl, so consider a lifestyle. If it's not something that you're using every single day, don't bring it. And if it's something that you do use once in a while and you can buy it in your destination, just do it there. Next, I have the Downy Wrinkle Releaser, which seemed like a really good idea since I'm like rolling all my clothing and I don't have packing cubes and I didn't want things to get wrinkly. However, when I'm traveling, I don't give a shit. Things kind of become unwrinkled as you wear them, and honestly nobody really cares that much. So this is something that I honestly just didn't even use. As a traveler, this is just not one of my top priorities. Next, we have these market bags, I guess you could call them. Originally I was like, oh, I just am gonna be environmentally friendly and bring my own reusable bags for grocery shopping and fruit and stuff like that, but I don't want everyone to see what's in my bag. We ended up buying a actual tote bag from South America, and I just think that this is a lot more feasible. It is a little bit bulkier, but it's bigger and it holds more and it's not see-through. So personally, I just don't think that I will be bringing these with me again. Okay, so this is just personal preference, but before we left for our backpacking trip, I really enjoyed getting ready in the morning, doing my makeup, doing my hair occasionally, so I thought that I was going to bring that with me when I went traveling. However, that's just not the case. When we're traveling, we're constantly on the go. I just don't really care to put on makeup that much, so I brought this whole bag with makeup. Honestly, and out of all of this bag, I probably could only bring concealer, mascara, maybe an eyelash curler, and I think that I would be completely fine. So I think for the next trip, that's what I'm going to bring because I am not doing full glam when I'm traveling. That's just not who I am. And the same goes for hair products. For me, to lighten the load, I would only bring one claw clip, and then if it breaks, you just buy another one. It's really not the end of the world. This bag is just taking up space. This also ties into kind of like the hair product side. I brought this mini hairspray. I think I used it maybe one time just to look back my hair. Lesson learned, when I'm traveling, I really don't need all this extra stuff for my hair and makeup. I brought this little medicine bag, and we actually have like a few of them, but I have like Zyrtec in here, some antibiotics that I got prescribed to me beforehand, EpiPen for Dylan, steroid cream, hydrocortisone cream, and then some like moleskin. Take this as you will. You can go prepared if you want to with medicine, but personally, I think that I've just learned my lesson. If I need something, I can always just go out and buy it. I think like this definitely has taken up a lot of space in my bag once again, and I really just didn't even use this. Maybe a couple times, but it was more of like one-off occasional situations where if I would have just needed it, I could have just went out and bought it, and I know that does cost money. However, you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons of like, I want this in my bag? Do I want to be prepared, or do I want a lighter bag? And do I want to just buy my products when I need them? The rest of what I'm holding here is just kind of extra stuff. When I get new contact cases, I would just keep them so that I could swap them out sometimes. I have an extra little face wash, some extra dry shampoo, and an extra tub of my acne cream. That's just another lesson that I learned, like, you don't necessarily need to bring extra. I think I thought that I was gonna run out of a lot of this stuff, so I'm realizing that I actually really overpacked at the end of this experience. The last thing that I would not have packed were these shoes. I think this really depends on the destination because I brought these to Europe and I actually wore them quite a bit. But in South America, I think I wore these once. I don't think that they were necessary for this trip. This is the biggest thing I regret bringing. Even though Bagolini is a really good brand for kind of anti-theft and stuff like that, this is way too small. It just kind of takes up space in my bag. I can't even fit like my phone and my wallet in here, so what's the point of just carrying this around? I also don't like carrying a purse around. I would rather have a small coin purse with just a few bills in it. It just makes me feel more safe. And also, it's just less kind of attention grabbing, so I think that I'm not even going to bring a purse to my next destination. And if I need to bring like a day bag, I'll bring something like this, or I'll just bring my coin purse with me.
One of the things that I regret bringing to South America on this 8-month trip so far has been my water floss. It's awesome. I love water flosses. They're really great. However, it's huge. It's battery powered, so I couldn't recharge it, and I used it the first month or two, and then I just stopped using it, and it's just taking up a bunch of room in my bag. I'm not gonna bring it with me next time. Next thing I regret bringing is my Camelback bladder. It's just kind of takes up a lot of space. It's nice to have when you're out hiking, but I realize you can just take water bottles, and you can't do it in a high altitude when it gets really cold because this thing will freeze also. That's something I learned on the Huayna Potosi trek. Leaving this at home next time. Next, I have a second toiletry bag, and I just have extra stuff in here essentially. I do carry the shaver in here, but I have 2 things of shaving cream. This is gel. I don't use this that much, but it does come in handy. Extra shaving items. Oop. I have aftershave gel that I think I've had for 7 years, guys. So I have 2 aftershave gels, 2 shaving creams, and I always ever use the Harry's. And last but not least, I think I bring a little bit too much clothes. I know that doesn't sound like it's very possible, but when your stuff sacks are packed to the brim and you only use maybe half of what's in the stuff sack, the rest sits at the bottom, that's a problem.
Now going into things that I think were really helpful on the trip, I'm going to start with this inflatable pillow that I used on overnight buses all the time and on flights, and this eye mask used for the same reason, and it just made the overnight bus situation so much better. These just really came in handy. Pack of small Kleenexes, because you never know when you're gonna not have toilet paper in South America, and I'm sure just traveling anywhere really. Same with wet wipes. They come really in handy, especially if you're doing like an overnight bus and you just want to like wipe your face down. Those come in handy a lot. We lost our Sea to Summit travel towels, but those packable, lightweight microfiber towels is a must. They're really lightweight and you don't have to pay for towels at hotels or hostels. The other thing I will mention is Tide to Go pens. We brought one and it saved me so many times in between laundry trips. Next time I will be bringing more of those with me. Then last but not least, I also think bringing a laundry bag really helped us. We also lost that. However, we will be repurchasing a laundry bag just to keep our dirty clothes separate from our clean clothes.
Last but not least, this is a hands down must have, always in the bag, Aquaphor. So get yourself some Aquaphor so you never have to buy chapstick ever again. This stuff is healing ointment for dry, cracked lips, anything, advanced therapy numero uno.
We should be sponsored. We should be with that sales pitch.
In conclusion, we overpacked.
After 8 months of traveling, we realized we really don't need all of these extra things that we thought we would.
At the end of the day, you actually need a lot less than you think you need.
Use what you got.
And just replenish it when it's gone. We are gonna do another packing video when we are headed to Southeast Asia, so stay tuned for that and see our updated packing list, because trust me, we'll definitely be packing a lot differently than we did this time around. But it was our first time backpacking, so we live and we learn, and I think we did pretty good for our first time.
Now we have to pack all of our stuff up and get ready to head on an airplane to go to Bogota, then to Miami, and then to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
We'll see you guys there.
See you guys.